Social media has changed the way in which people communicate. No longer do people have to wait months in order to talk to each other across the world. Websites such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram give people the ability to stay connected to anyone 24/7. There are countless benefits that society enjoys from the use of social media across every sector. Some examples include that social media allows for businesses to advertise at low cost, families and friends to stay in touch across the world, and it gives people a voice that otherwise would never be heard. However, there are also consequences when it comes to social media. Some of these consequences include the spreading of false information, such as the presidential elections in 2016, concerns over privacy and data mining, cyberbullying, negative impacts on mental health, and a lack of focus on task and addiction. These problems have sometimes become so bad for people that it almost ruined their lives, such as author Andrew Sullivan. Sullivan is quoted as saying, "An endless bombardment of news and gossip and images has rendered us manic information addicts. It broke me. It might break you too."
Technology has had a major impact on the dynamics of educational systems. For example, online learning has made it possible for students to take classes hundreds of miles away from the actual classroom. Teachers have also noticed a variety of benefits for their students from integrating technology into the classroom. Some of these reported benefits are increased motivation and self-esteem, enhanced technical skills, and accomplishment of more complex tasks. Also, increased collaboration amongst peers, increased use of outside resources, and improved design skills. One of the biggest findings include a change in student and teacher roles. When technology is introduced, students become more active in their learning process, while teachers take more of a facilitation role on. Technology takes the focal point away from a teacher and allows students to make choices on how to generate, obtain, manipulate, and display information. An elementary school teacher is quoted as saying, "The computer has been an empowering tool to the students. They have a voice and it's not in any way secondary to anybody else's voice. It's an equal voice. So that's incredibly positive. Motivation to use technology is very high." Examples like this then beg the question if there is a way in which to integrate social media use into the classroom.
As it currently stands, there are not many applications that try to integrate social media into a classroom environment. This is because app developers are put in the hard position of trying to make a social media platform that is not only enticing to use, but also beneficial in an educational sense. A lot of teachers feel as if there is a disconnect between what teachers want and what tech/app developers want to create. An example of integrating social media into the classroom can be seen here at Penn State. There is a large sociology lecture class that has integrated the use of Twitter in real time during class discussions. Since there are 700 kids in the class, it is very hard to get students' opinions and thoughts about whatever is going on. However, students have the option of tweeting anything that they want and using a hashtag of the class. The hashtag enables the teacher to use a program that automatically generates all of the responses in real time on the projector for the whole class to see. This way, students can have real-time conversations amongst themselves while the lesson is going on. Another example of an app that tries to integrate social media into education is Yammer. Yammer is very similar to Facebook in that it allows students to put up posts, pictures, and videos while also allowing others to react and comment to the posts just like Facebook. On Yammer, teachers can create discussion threads and let students interact with each other in a virtual classroom. In both of the mentioned cases, there has been success in not only gaining students' attention because of the use of social media, but also creating environments where all students are encouraged to share their thoughts regardless of whether they are shy to speak up in a traditional classroom setting. However, there is very limited research conducted on the effects of integrating social media in the classroom since it is a relatively new phenomenon.